What you say?
First off, rest in peace, neighborhood nip. I ain't crip, but I'm on that neighborhood shoot. Building business, it's that black owned. If you hustle, better hustle till your pack gone. If you work, better work till your back hurt. And if you rap, make it better than your last verse. Yeah, more lyrics. Stick and move, Javante Davis.
AJ, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University. Hill gon' heal, regardless. You, Buchanan, Bethel High School, by way of Three Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, based over here.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Mariners. Doing things you can't believe. It's the Three Man Weave.
What up, what up, what up? We are back again with another episode of the Three Man Weave podcast. As always, it's your boy AJ, and who I got with me today?
It's your boy Hill, and Hill gonna hear regardless, baby. Let's get it.
For sure, for sure. Before we even get started, let them know where they can find us, my good brother.
Yeah, I know y'all can catch us on all major podcast platforms, 3Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3Man Weave _. You can email us at podcast.man.weave@gmail.com. Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Hey, sometimes words can be hard sometimes, my brother.
Yeah, I lost.
Yeah, you know, words can be hard. Sometimes things don't necessarily come out how you want them, but where you want to start with since we at it?
Speaking of things don't come out like you want them and words can be hard, your girl, Angel Reese, said some things, brother.
Yeah.
And before we go any further, I'm only saying your girl because you are a Chicago Sky fan. I'm not trying to make it deeper than what it is. We are about to have a legitimate conversation about Angel Reese comments. That's what I just want to get the preference out for the people that go left when it no needs to go left.
Thank you. So, Angel Reese, she definitely came out and said, "Hey, we gotta make some upgrades here.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta build this roster if we want to compete."
Mm-hmm.
And they suspended her for a half because I believe conduct detrimental to the team.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people had thoughts.
They supposed to have
yours.
thoughts. They supposed to have thoughts because what she said was true, but just because it's true don't need to be said publicly. And then the part that got it was she was specific. Like, hey, point guard trash. I mean, she didn't say it verbatim like that, but pretty much that's what she said. Hey, she old, trash. Hey, Haley, she ain't good. You know what I'm saying? What we doing? Like, hey, some of these other people, we got to get people up out of here. And sometimes, like, you could read an article and sometimes you are loosely quoted. They didn't loosely quote this day, like you say. So if I'm a teammate and I'm reading this or I'm hearing this, it's like, how else am I supposed to interpret this? Like, you basically saying this roster is trash. We need to get better. We on the roster. Who are you talking to? I don't care if I'm trash. You don't tell me. I'm not supposed to take that as objective criticism or like that. I'm not supposed to take that on the chin and be like, hey, she's right. I do gotta play better. Bruh, you could have said that, you know what I'm saying? Get a group chat and express yourself. You don't say that. It's no way around that, bro. She's wrong in this situation. She's right with what she said. She's wrong for saying it out loud.
I can understand that. And I do agree, yes, there are some issues with how she said it. And I also can understand it though as well, because I mean it's your second year, and I'm sure Angel Reese has never lost like this ever in her career.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And so doing that and winning, I believe they're 10 of 34 this season.
Yes.
Like 10 and 34. That can weigh on you.
Yes.
And so sometimes when you're saying certain things and you're in the heat of the moment, it's very hard to necessarily censor yourself. And yes, if you want to be a leader on this team, you are going to have to learn how to, give the coach speak per se. And or just kind of be like, next question. And it's hard, especially in this day and age. So I think the half game suspension was kind of excessive, in my opinion.
Stupid.
Like that was, to me, that was excessive. I understand, hey, giving an apology, clearing the air, and just saying, we as a team, myself included, can be better, this and that. I didn't play well to start the season, and I was just voicing my frustration of us as a team. I didn't mean to single out my teammate, things like that. I get that.
Because she did apologize and did try to clarify her statement. So I do give her the benefit of the doubt of that aspect. Like her intentions might not have been ill intent.
Yeah. And I understand, and good intentions paved the way to hell. I understand that. But at some point, to me, yeah, you also suspending her and holding her accountable. Hey, but the front office, can you hold yourself accountable too? I'm not saying that they have to publicly do nothing, but you do have to try and make this team better. That's all I'm saying. But my only point is, this is a learning lesson. I don't think this is something that I don't believe she should be killed for. Bro, like we be making fun of Malik Neighbors and how he act on the sideline and stuff like that. But it's like, bro, you gotta like clean up your posture and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna kill you for it because I understand, bro. Like you want to win, and so I can't I don't feel I can want a lot of people want their athletes to care. But we can't kill them for when they actually care and want to win. We've talked about, I don't know how I don't know how the WNBA get down, but we talked about some of these sports before. Some of these owners don't try to win. If they win, that's a byproduct of business. That's all I'm saying. And I don't think that when you have the momentum that the WNBA is kicking, and you put out this product, you as a competitor can't be happy, because also this does affect you as well. Because it's like having a whole bunch of people around you in a team sport that ain't good can make shit really hard on you.
And that's where it's two things I wanted to rebuttal on what that you said. But
sure.
the last one that you just said, the team around you is really not good. I technically kind of compare her to, it's a loose comparison, but she reminds me of a Draymond Green. Like,
okay,
Draymond Green alone, nasty work. But Draymond Green is an important piece, one of the most, not one of the most, but an important piece. When they were winning championships, he was top of the pyramid when it comes to importance of how he played, how he leaded, how he conducted himself, how he held teammates accountable, how he did things. But it's also the players around him that made him flourish and let his skill set come to fruition. You feel what I'm saying? But we also seen a year when Steph was hurt, Clay was hurt, and it was just him. Old Iguodala not playing and stuff like that. It was just him and the rest of them. And boy, how was he looking? Nasty.
For sure.
Work. And some of the things that he was saying and some of his antics and some of the things that he was doing did not go well, because once again, you're not winning. When you're not winning and you really not producing like to the level of like superstar status, who are you talking to? Feel what I'm saying? Now to her, I get it. Sometimes she has a rebellious, attitude towards same thing. And sometimes it works. But at some point, you also do need to know who you are and how our things are going to be perceived. Some things aren't going to, like, sometimes you just can't say, I'm blocking out the haters. I'm only going to focus on the people that rock with me. Yes, the small percentage of people that rock with you heard those statements and 100% agree. Be like, yo, this team is trash. Like, I feel you. You need to fix it, or I'm getting up out of there. They agreed with it. But she has a not a large fan base, but there is a large percentage of fan bases that ain't even WNBA fans that still talk about the WNBA that do not like her. So
For sure.
when they heard these comments, oh, you already know what type time it was when it came to that. So she got to understand, hey, this ain't the time to try to me against the world when you make statements like this, because they ain't gonna get perceived the right way. Hence why they suspended her, because they roll with the rest of the team instead of actually listening to what she really was saying, because of the whole totality of the situation. When you break down the percentages of how it's going to be perceived and received.
I mean, a little less lip, a little more grip. Make some moves, but
we're gonna move on, but I didn't want to. Curtis said, put it on the screen. Do y'all think Caitlin Clark would get the same reaction? This is a hypothetical question. I'm going to say this, right? Because her team is in the playoffs without her. So that's why I want to make this statement as a hypothetical situation now, right?
Mm-hmm.
If she made this same exact statement, of course it would be perceived different, because she's perceived different.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? They would like, oh, we need to hurry up and get her some help. We need
right, and you know how it also will be like how we know it will be perceived different. You could tell by Caitlin Clark how Caitlin Clark's body language when stuff don't go right, how they perceive it. Like, oh, she's just a competitor. Like, no, like, bro, you threw it in the third row. Why are you throwing your hands up? Like, like you did that. Like, you fouled that person. You flopped and lost the ball. And it's just, oh, it's an agenda against Caitlin Clark. Remember that part? Yeah. When people who actually been following WNBA be like, hey, bro, they just foul hard. Like, ain't nobody trying.
This the league.
It's the league, dog. Like the W stand for WWE. So of course it would be perceived different, but also I 100% think that sometimes this could also be a good thing, because like for the league, the whole me against the world thing, because sometimes, hey, when you have an antagonist, it like, and I'm speaking in the totality of the league again.
I understand.
You can have the totality. And we say it all the time in other sports, like, hey, dog, like everybody's so buttoned up. Like, actually speak freely sometimes, like have personality. And so so that's another reason why I'm not condemning that. Like, I want you to have personality. I want you to speak freely. Sure. And sometimes it's just like, yeah, say what you want to say.
But the thing about now, your Malik Neighbors point, right? And every time that he has a hissy fit on the sideline or he does anything, everybody always come to his defense of, oh yeah, we understand, because they like Malik Neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if they didn't like him like last year, him having a concussion and him having a concussion and him going to the concert, if you don't like him, oh, that's looked at totally different.
For sure.
Oh, him week one, fussing on the sideline in week one already is looked at different. Like, but Tyreek Hill.
So all I'm gonna say is, if you're gonna play that role, you have to play it without like care of how you're perceived. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't like you. Like, you can't just half step that. If you want to be that and be like, yo, I'm gonna speak my mind. I'm gonna show y'all my personality. This and that. You have to you got to live in it, and you can't you can't be sensitive when you start to get the blowback or the hate, or when you do stuff like, because people like when she hurt her wrist or something, like when she I think she had she was in a cast and she was at a different game or something like that, and people's like, look at her, she don't even care. It's like, bro, like, she's in a cast.
Like, what you
want me like?
So I'm saying, like, she can't do that. But in this,
so that's all. Like, you just have to understand that you're in a lose-lose situation anyway, and then just be like, all right, cool.
She's not in a lose-lose situation. This only a temporary loss when it comes to perception of how they're reacting to her comments. Yeah. Okay, trade her.
I was just talking about in general.
No, I'm attacking that point.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Go ahead, trade her. Please free her.
Yeah, absolutely.
And see what happens.
And the thing about your Draymond point, though, the one thing that I can say is that team got better when they let her be kind of like the playmaker, and let her kind of the offense and stuff run through her. And
Yeah.
that's why I think that, yes, your point about Draymond kind of like is true in a sense, but I think in the terms of like how she can be how she can be beneficial, I think it's a little bit more that like to what she can bring to a team in a sense. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that you're wrong. I just think that with this team, she can bring a little bit more, especially if she's the facilitator and kind of has a little bit more help around her. I'm not saying it's got to be,
Uh, It was a loose
all-star
comparison.
greats and stuff like that, but
It was a
you
loose.
can,
It was a loose
yeah,
comparison, but the similarities were there. So I just
for
want to give
sure.
that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that I think that for what she can do for a team, I think it can be helpful. And as she gets, more years in this league, she could possibly be that vocal leader that, hey, yeah, like I'm not like, yeah, I understand now. I'm not gonna say this stuff in front of, the media or on the podcast. Hey, shut the door. We got to talk.
And that's why, you know, I like I said it's a win-win situation. It's a win-win for her. Like you said, if you want to, because you're going to have to improve the team. You're going to have to do something. Like the onus is like the eyes are on you. The attention is on you, front office, to do something. Or at the same time, trade her. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how she act when like I say, because you can't trade her to another worst team of the league. Y'all the bottom of the barrel.
Bottom of the barrel.
Like, so
and
we've seen her with better players because we've seen her in the unrivaled league.
Yeah.
So like let's not act, all right, let's move on, man, because be here all night talking about it.
And I was just gonna say earlier in the season, I asked for Camila Cardoso to step her game up because, hey, as much heat as Angel was getting, you are the higher pick. You were looked at as one of those. So like, hey, you getting to be a real Matt Staffordy. Ain't nobody talking about you, and you was a high pick too.
but you did also at the same time when she came back from international play.
Yeah, she stepped it up.
She was playing but like I said, but the roster's flawed. Like,
man, they love their country. Boy, them players, when they get to go play for their country, they be hooping.
Yeah, they better than me.
You want me to come back? Where?
Never coming back.
Yeah. Y'all gonna have to extradite me. That's the only way I'm coming back.
But let's get to it, man. We got the WNBA playoffs starting. Let me get let's see if I can get these off the screen. So we got that. Yeah. Where you want to start? You want to start from one?
Yeah, we can start 1-8.
Let's get it.
Man. I don't know if I can call her MVP no more, but to me, this one gonna be a quick and easy one.
You know how I feel about it. I do have voter fatigue when it comes to some of these awards, but the way Asia,
she said, "Hold on."
It's hard to get tired of that. You know what I'm saying? But
bro, dropping 30s and 20s.
Yeah, if she get it though, right? Because she was a leader for the, like she was she got hurt a little bit.
Yeah, she got hurt because before she got hurt, it was like, oh, this is a no brainer. Like she got this in a bag, and then as soon as she got hurt, Asia was like, y'all must have forgot.
She had what's shorty name from the Mercury it ain't Shelby
Satu Sabali.
That's what Sabali. They was kind of a little neck and neck when it came to the MVP at first.
Yeah.
And then she got, I think they both tailed off to after I know Shabali tailed off a little bit after the All-Star game. And then after the injury feat, she came back. And she came back like she never left. But that departure just I mean, Asia was just going on.
Bro, it just allowed Asia to creep back on in, dog, and do what the hell she do.
Now, in full transparency, bro, this Golden State team, this expansion team, what is their name?
The Valkyries.
Thank you, bro. I've been torturing that thing this entire year, and I ain't never heard nobody say it. And so I'm like, you know what? What I'm not about to do.
The Valkyries. The Valkyries.
Velcro. You know what I'm saying?
The Valley Cry.
Shouts out to them. Like
Yeah,
expansion team, and they hit the ground running. Like,
for sure.
excuse me, but they about to run into a force.
That they ain't prepared for, dog.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's stay on the left side. We got the Mercury and the Liberty, yo. That's one. That's one of the ones.
Yeah, for sure. Um, for this one, we just talked about Satu Sabali, but boy, Sabrina,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I gotta go with the Liberty to pull this one out, man. Like I like the Mercury, but I just think that this is gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those tight ones, and I think that the Liberty are gonna pull this one out. I just like what the Liberty been doing, especially lately.
Yeah, and then, it's a championship playoff experience. It, it's a thing.
Yeah, for
It's a
sure.
thing, and it's gonna be tough though. Mercury ain't gonna fold.
Oh, absolutely. Like, especially, you still got Alyssa Thompson there,
Yeah,
Alyssa Thomas there too. I just think that
they got a squad.
they got a squad. It's just something I think about this Liberty team is gonna make it so tough on them.
Yeah, pedigree, man. And then
Yeah,
I'm selfishly, I definitely want to see the finals rematch. You know, from
we'll get
last
there. Yeah, we'll
year.
get there.
So yeah, I'm going for that. Ah, I'm not gonna lie. The Aces went on a run. They started off shaky, and then
Yeah,
once they went on a
it
run, they never looked
it,
back.
it was a run.
But
And we know when the run started.
yeah,
It's when she turned up.
yeah,
Bro, Asia leads the league in points, rebounds, and blocks,
that's
and is
bronze.
third in steals.
That's bronze shit, yo. That's like prime bronze shit that we would be glossing over, and
Cause you just like, yeah, just doing normal Brown stuff.
yeah,
And like you said, because of voter fatigue, it's like, yeah, Asia doing Asia things. But what people forget is like, yo, this is all time stuff. Like, this is stuff you might not never see again. Like, Asia's a killer, bro.
yeah.
And so I
It's
think,
they on the run, man.
yeah, I think Seattle gonna run into a buzzsaw. And like I like Seattle's roster. They got Skylar and they got some other players. What's her name?
Jewel Lloyd.
Yeah, Jewel Lloyd. Like I I just think that you run into a buzzsaw.
But they are running into a buzz, so I'm definitely going to say that. But the way Skylar Diggins have been playing, her attitude lately, like I wouldn't be surprised at an upset just
Not
off the way
Jewel,
that.
it's Onyeka, my bad. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wouldn't be surprised, bro. The fire in Skylar's eye, bro. She ain't been getting her hair done, like,
Bro,
like, you know what I'm
she
saying?
she she is on like she in that last week.
Yeah, you feel?
She in
Yeah,
that last
yeah.
week. You know what I
You
mean?
know,
Don't care. Like we almost home.
like she hide behind, you know what I'm saying? It's natural and all that, but like we know Shorty. Like she
Hmm.
not getting her hair done, and she coming out there and playing like fiery. Like she giving you that Dame Lillard bubble type of vibe. Like, hey, I came here for a reason. That's the vibe that she's giving.
I'm leaving here with something.
Feel what I'm saying? But I mean, like I said, it's gonna make it tough. Make
Yeah,
it
for
tough.
sure. But like I said,
Um,
I just think that the Aces are a buzzsaw right now.
I'm actually surprised at this matchup with the Fever, how they kept how they maintained the momentum that they had all year. Like, we gotta remember, bro, like this is a once again, this is a team had number one overall pick back to back. I mean, you was trash, bro.
Yeah.
And last year, Caitlin she set the league on fire, but like they weren't good.
Yeah, but what I will say is the crazy thing about it, when Caitlin went out, the team played better, and don't, I'm not trying to hate,
It's not hate at all.
but that team played better, and you can see it by how this team started gelling and ended up making to the playoffs. Like, bro, like Caitlin was there, taking them Steph Curry threes, but hey, dog, you got Kelsey Mitchell on this team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you good, but that's who stuff need to run through. Like, you got Aaliyah Boston on this team
That's starting to play like Aaliyah Boston.
that's starting to play like Aaliyah Boston. Let's not just think that you about to come out here and just do everything now. Like, I think that she needs to really learn how to fit into this system in a sense. It's almost like, it's like one of those players like what we see a lot in the NBA, where all these dudes were star players on their AAU team. They
Mm-hmm.
end up being a star player in their college, and they get on a team with 2 stars already, and they do not know how to just find a role and be best utilized in what that team needs in the moment until they can start
Yeah.
rising to the top. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
so it's just like, you like, the hype was there, and I understand you want to be the face of that team, but you also, if you want to win, you got to understand that if you want to win, you also got to make winning plays. You can't be out here turning the ball over, doing all this stuff, and doing the 23 second 3-pointers in the shot clock. You know what I mean? So I think that hopefully with her being out has been kind of like a lesson. Like, damn, this, like, I actually got a really good team around me, and it's only gonna make my life easier, type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so,
Like,
like, you talked about Angel kind of being Draymond. Hopefully, she sees this and be like, okay, I could be Steph. I can run around and get myself open, and I don't necessarily have to be ball dominant. I don't
mm-hmm.
even necessarily have to have the ball on, for like 10, 15 seconds of this possession. If I just move around and we work as a team, I can get myself easy shots because it's other players that they still got to worry about. Like you said, Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston.
Yeah.
Like, you got players that's going to be able to make life easy for you and also get buckets themselves too. So you don't just have to do everything.
Now this was a
So
moment. This was a moment, a marketing moment that they missed because Caitlyn is not there. Because the real rivalry, because her and Ryan
Yeah,
Howard is really her rival when it comes
for
to
sure.
positional
For
things that they did in
sure.
college and stuff like that. So this was the marketing moment that is missed because her absence is there. But I think that she's about to seize this opportunity and use this against, like, use her absence against her. Like, look what I'm about to do to you peoples. I'm about to say your man's, but your woman's. Look what I'm about to do to them.
Yeah,
I
it's going.
I definitely got Atlanta.
Yeah, I got the dream and this one too, because I just think it's just too much. You know what I mean? Like, you
Mm-hmm.
talk about Ryan, like Alicia Gray,
Yeah.
like it's really too much, and I think that is going to be a good matchup in the second round with the
Yeah.
Aces. I think
Yeah.
that's really going to be the one that I'm looking forward to this whole playoffs. Like, you know how sometimes you see like a conference finals and be like, that was really that was almost like the championship.
And that's how
This
I
is what
feel
this how
about.
this feel. And I understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could possibly get a Lynx versus Aces, but I just like that Atlanta Dream Aces matchup that we possibly could see. I ain't trying to count my eggs, but that's the one I really want to see because I think that one's gonna be exciting.
Does the league need the Aces to win?
No, I don't think the league needs the Aces to win, even though, because the league has had the Aces winning. The league has had Asia getting MVPs and they're winning. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't necessarily think they have to. It's almost like how you was talking about the NBA. It might be good to have some new faces pop up. It might be good to have Ryan get a
Yes.
chip, and then come back. And now it's like, oh, like Caitlyn, your rival has a trophy.
Yeah.
What you
What you
gonna do?
can
Kind of
do.
thing. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So I think it could actually be beneficial if the Aces don't win it all.
Yeah. The Lynx won it last year, right?
Yes, I believe so. Let me just fact check.
So when the last time the Aces won it? Now that I think about it.
No, the Liberty won
Liberty
last year.
won it because
They beat the
they beat the
Lynx.
Lynx.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's what happened because I remember them getting mad. They said it was rigged and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it might be the Lynx time, man. They might use that as the motivation. Now,
Yeah.
if
We'll
that's,
see.
I might have to go with them, bro.
Yeah. The Aces won it in 2023,
Yeah,
and that's when they beat the Liberty.
beat the Liberty. I remember that.
Yeah.
Liberty got back last year, but the Lynx took over. I think the Lynx beat the Aces.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And Fee balled out, but they just couldn't pull it out.
yeah.
Yeah. So like I think it'd be good. It's not necessarily something that's going to hurt with the Aces. And as we say, man, sometimes that controversy that does help. That does help out sometimes. As much as we hate to say it, but it get people talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Once people talk though, you gotta do something with it. That's the only thing I got an
For
issue with.
sure. And to me personally, I think they have been doing something with it.
They've been trying, yeah. Hey, the effort is there.
Damn.
What? What happened?
A Cincinnati man stole roughly 7.4 million in the form of 1,400 fraudulent checks. Damn.
Mm.
They,
Get into
they
it.
finna cook that man. 7.4, brother. You might not see light no more.
All right, man. The moment is here. Me and you personally have been delaying having full-fledged conversations about
Yeah,
this,
for sure.
And I know you, so I already kind of know where you've been leaning to the whole time, but we can get to that point once we get there. But we have Bud Crawford going against Canelo Alvarez tomorrow in Vegas on Netflix.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Big Turk, man.
Hey, Turk holding it down, man. I like them
And
hot, the ones that don't tell me it's time. Oh,
yeah, me, it's a bittersweet, sweet feeling because this was never me personally. I don't think this was ever Bud's plan. I
for
don't
sure.
think this was Bud. I think this was Errol Spence' plan. So we've been hearing it since the beginning. So in my mind, I was hoping my guy would be here, but that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That's just a bittersweet heel moment that don't have nothing to do with nothing. That I just want to just get out the way. You know what I'm saying? Everything that y'all have taught me, and I mean y'all, I'm talking about you and Cannon, have taught me about boxing when it came to weight classes or and people making weight, the weight differences, rehydration, and all this. Everything that y'all taught me about this has me thinking about this in a whole different way. I
Mhm.
can't I couldn't comprehend. I'm like, bro, this doesn't make sense, bro. You too small. You're coming up trying to get weight to fight somebody that fights at this weight already. It's Canelo. He's the bigger fighter. So I hear all the technical, Bud got, he got a high IQ fighter, the tenacity and all that, and I believe it, but then Canelo, he's Canelo, pound for pound, one of the greatest, and then he's just a bigger fighter, and I just can't get that out of my head. But then the more and more I listen to people, like I said, I listen to a Roy Jones, listen to an Andre Ward, and they discuss the weight and they talk about it differently. And, and, and the only thing that I'm not dismissing the weight difference, and the only reason I'm not dismissing it because Bud has that it factor that Jordan, I took it personal type of thing. Like he has that Mamba mentality stuff that we talk about, with Kobe and stuff like that. Like he has that switch where he can go nuclear in his mind to think whatever he want to think, and he can run with that. Like I'm pretty sure Bud ain't listening to nobody that said that he winning. I think he's purposely reading all the negative comments. I think he's purposely listening to people that say that they got Canelo, and I think he's taking it personal, like for real. And I think about this one moment when he fought Sean Porter, and he looked in this corner and he'd be like, "Yo, you're down." He's like, "Bro, I'm down." What? And went out there and knocked that man out just because they said he was down on the card. Like,
for sure,
that's different to me. Like, I'm pretty sure other fighters have done that before. I'm not. That's not the new. That wasn't new. But I'm using that as an example. Like, Bud is different, bro. Like, and what I seen him do to Earl, I'm using that same exact logic, bro.
And I 100% understand that. My only apprehension is,
big word.
Canelo's just not a great fighter. He's not just someone great for this generation. You know what I mean? Canelo is an all-time great. All time. And I understand that, but he has that it factor. Canelo didn't get here without not having the it factor himself. You know what I mean? And so it's this is what I mean when it's just like, yo, the classes mean something. Like when Bud fought, like when Bud fought Israel Madrimov, he didn't look the greatest. He pulled out the win, but he didn't look the greatest. And on like that night, I believe Bud rehydrated to, I want to say like 169 or something like that on fight night.
Tell me.
I believe so. Yeah, I think he was close to 170. When Canelo fought Bivol, Canelo was at 180. And Bivol, as we know, is a world-class light heavyweight. So it's different. And like we all know, Canelo's chin is different. We've seen him take Triple G's best shot. We've seen him take Bivol's like combinations.
He's getting rocked.
So I don't know. Like I don't see. I don't see how Bud has to really use his like slickness and his smarts. But another thing about it is Canelo is that too. So Canelo is a really good defensive fighter. Canelo is a good counter puncher, and just as Bud is ring savvy, Canelo is too. And Canelo been in there with some greats as well. So I just think that it's going to be tough, and I think that yes, I'm 100% with you. Bud got that dog in him. But Canelo is not a Yorkie.
And I don't want to sound like I'm disrespectful or condescending or whatever negative word that you want to use when I make this statement. When the last time Canelo looked good in the fight?
So the thing about that is, I want to say, it might have been Plant. Hold on, let me check it. Let me check because I might be missing something.
And if it was Plant, how many fights was that ago?
But also Caleb, but he also, I did Caleb Plant instead of Canelo. Yeah. But so that was
2023, won't it? If that.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, he fought he went up after that is when he went up and fought Bivol. You know what I'm saying?
I asked you a specific question.
I get that, and I'm 100% with you.
He didn't look bad against Bivol. He just was outclassed.
Exactly, because also he was outclassed, but also there was that weight there too.
But once again, I specifically said he didn't look bad.
Mhm.
Like he just was outclassed. He just wasn't. That weight was a key factor in that. Like you said, a lot of his things that he was doing just couldn't affect Bevo like that. Okay, he had 3-4 fights after Bevo.
Yeah, but okay. So I'm gonna run through it.
Bro, answer the question.
He had tons of fights after Bevo. He had one,
And
two,
when
three,
did he look
4,
good?
5, 6. So, okay, so after Bevo, he fought Triple G. He won that, but then he fought John Ryder. He put Ryder down in 5. He got Charlo down in 7. Jaime Mugia down in 4. Berlanga down in 3, and then William Skull was just kind of like, all right, cool.
Who are these dudes?
Oh, Berlanga's a good fighter. Jaime Mugia is a good fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Charlo, he's not the top of the top, but Charlo's a
Charlo
good
was a
fighter.
good, and he looked good. He looked way overbearing when he beat Charlo. Like I remember that. Like I'm like, are you scared? Like that's how. So he looked good in that. But these fights that you name it, these are good quality. You said he's a good quality opponent after Charlo, right?
Yes.
But did he look good in those fights?
Against Berlanga and Munguia, I would say so.
Okay. I asked the question. You get the answer. Like I wasn't using that as it was a legitimate question.
For sure.
Because I wanted you specifically to say there because I didn't want you to say your rebuttal be, well, when the last time Bud looked good. I'm not using that as
I'm not one of those people that should go say that's going like no, I'm going to give you my actual thoughts. I'm like, but no, like
I ain't been, and I'm gonna be honest. I ain't been impressed with none of these fights that Canelo had because that ain't the fight that I've been wanting him to fight. That's the problem. So I'm looking at the fight disgusted. I got slanted eyes off rip because I don't want you fighting this dude. You know what I'm saying? What'd you say?
For sure.
What'd you say?
I said that was racist.
No, I mean it would have been if we
was talking about something. I know I'm just messing with you, but
yeah, so like I said, when I asked the question, I got the answer, but I'm being transparent. I want you to fight Benavidez, bro.
Oh, of course, I understand that.
So anytime the opponent wasn't Benavidez,
you weren't impressed.
Just like I'm not impressed. I'm not saying impressed because Bud is a.
This ain't the fight. This isn't the fight that you want.
This ain't the fight I wanted, bro. This ain't the fight I wanted. Now I'm gonna watch it because these are two great fighters, and I believe that they're gonna go out there and do their thing. I think they're going to. It's hard in this day and age for people to deliver with all this promotion. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just hard at this point. But are we going to get a quality fight? I believe so because once again, it's Bud Crawford. Like you say, even if let's say for example, hypothetically, like Canelo's just outclassing them, and the weight is just and they came in they same weight. Right as of now too. I don't know if they got a rehydration clause or not, but they are technically the same weight right now. Like what if the weight class fight is a difference for for Bud? He just don't look the same. Like he ain't just gonna go out there like no hoe.
Right. And
so I know that's gonna be a quality fight off the rip.
And 100%. Like I think it's still going to be a quality fight. I think we're still going to get a good fight, and I think we're going to get an exciting fight. Hey dog, like why you got too many people? Hey, too many people getting shot right now. You know what I'm saying? We don't got pop trunk on nobody.
She is from Pistol City, so I mean,
guess you're right.
Yeah.
Pink Town, tail dog, number. But nah, the only, and to go back to my initial kind of like hesitation on, kind of picking Bud is going back to that Madrimov fight when he got up to that weight and fought Madrimov. He pulled out the win, but he didn't look good, and it was the first time we've ever seen somebody hit him where it looked like, oh,
it hurt.
You know that, like you felt that one. Like it's one of those where you get hit in your nose and your eyes closed by accident. It was one of them hits, and it was just like, okay, this is kind of worrisome. And that was his only fight at that weight before this, and he's going up some more.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Is Majimov good?
Madrimov is pretty solid, but like he's solid. He's he is like he's one of those like B-level fighters. After Bud, Madrimov lost to Virgil Ortiz.
Virgil's nice though. I like
Yeah,
Virgil.
but Virgil also isn't Bud. You know what I'm saying? So like that the Bud fight was kind of his like first really like step up. That was his first time. That was Madramov's first time ever fighting for a belt. And I know we don't always care about belts. He's fought on a Riata card before, but that Bud fight was his first like fight.
And I asked that question for a reason because, like you said, you did see he seen Bud get hit. You seen his weight didn't translate like you wanted to. You seen all the transgressions that you didn't like for him moving up. But I asked you, was the quality of how was the quality of opponent, and you did say it was B level. So with that in mind, with giving Bud the IQ and the all that the all positive traits that we will attribute to Bud, could he use that to his advantage? To now he know how to prepare. Now he knows what to expect. Now he knows what to do. Now, even still with him moving up in the weight, could he be using that as an advantage? Like he ain't just coming from 148 straight to 168. He did take the little bump, and then he went straight to it. And this and with the layoff, technically he may have been getting way more adjusted to the weight instead of just hey, let's go right to it.
But the thing about it is just my thing is he's just now getting adjusted to it. This is Canelo's every day. It's almost like an offensive tackle going up against a defensive end, but the offensive tackle been in the league for 8 years, so he's used to this, and the defensive end is just now coming into the NFL. That defensive end may still have some high level elite skills, but that vet, he used to this. So he still has a little bit of savvy. He still has a little bit of understanding, and this is his everyday. Like this is his everyday thing. And again, also, Bud been working to get to this weight. This is where Canelo been at and higher. And so even that rehydration, I might be able to carry it around a little bit different. You know what I mean? If Bud rehydrate, it could slow him down a little bit more than something that he may be necessarily worried for. And this was one of the things, I'm not saying I'm not comparing him, but this is one of the things that I always said that was the difference between Floyd and Adrian Broner. Floyd don't go into camp to make weight.
Yeah.
Floyd walked around at 147 while he was like every single day. So as soon as he stepped into camp, it wasn't we trying to make weight, we trying to, get in shape and do this. It's we just working. And so I don't know how that's going to hinder or hurt Bud and stuff like that, having to change things around, change his diet, doing all this stuff while trying to put on weight and get ready for the fight. It's just like little small things like that can make different changes in your preparation. And no way I'm saying that he won't be prepared, but you're not 100% focused on training because you do have to say, okay, all right, I got to watch what I eat. I got to do this. I can't get over this. I can't go too high or anything. You make your weight. All that is cool. But when this is just what you've been doing, I'm ready for this. And this is why another reason why he was able to like Canelo, because Canelo is the A-side fighter. Like, you want this fight? All right, come up here. Kind of thing. And so this is what he's used to. This is what he's used to doing. So it's just a little bit different.
Did you hear what the conversation Andre Ward and Roy Jones had about the fight?
I literally just have it saved. I didn't hear it all.
Okay, so I won't use that.
No, give me the Cliff Notes.
It was something about when Floyd moved up that was light heavyweight, and they went to, I don't know the terminology that they said when they went to go get their body checked, and he was like, "Yeah, I got to cut weight to get to I'm gonna just throw a number out. I got to cut weight to get to 175." He like, "You ain't cutting weight to 175. You already there." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
and it was he was like, oh, so whatever body scan that they did, it was technically like he wasn't really losing weight, he really wasn't cutting weight, he was technically already there. It was just
Right.
more so, getting his body, comfortable with the weight. And same thing, Andre Ward was saying the same thing as well. Once you see the clip, you'll definitely know way more than what I'm talking about. So he was saying that in the same time, in the same breath, is Bud is actually coming down. He's like he's saying his natural weight is like
Right.
175, 185. So he
But
technically is losing weight to get to where they fight at
right.
168.
Yeah, 168. But this is my thing. This was kind of my point about Floyd never having to kind of do certain things when he was like really fighting,
Mm-hmm.
like to kind of get back in shape, is because you're walking around like you're not like Bud ain't fought at 168. So his walking around weight is a little bit different. Even if you rehydrate, like you're fighting at 147 and you rehydrate to 154 or something like that, 156, it's still a little bit different because this isn't what like this isn't where you trained at and stuff like that. And so even if Bud has been walking around at 168, he ain't never fought with 168 pounds on his body.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, to me, like imagine your younger self when Hill was like 175.
Okay.
I seen a picture of us at the lose weight, get the bait pool party the other day. I'm like, damn, we was all skinny as hell. But nah, so like imagine your younger self going out there and you about to run, full court a couple games. And somebody said, hey, put this 20-pound vest on you real quick. It just
Yeah.
feel different.
So like,
You know what I'm saying? Because like you've been training with this, you've been training at 175, then you put that 20 extra pounds on, you're like, damn, my knees hurt a little bit. I can't even pick my feet up as high as I wanted to now. You know what I mean? It's just a little bit different. That's all I'm saying. So I think that I do believe we're gonna get a great fight. But what I want to ask you, will one of these fighters score a knockdown? Because neither one of them touch dirt. So I'm not saying a knockout, but you think somebody gonna score a knockdown?
yeah,
Anyone in particular, or you just think that we gonna see one?
I think Canelo gonna get the knockdown.
Okay. All right.
It,
I could respect that. Do you think it'll go to distance, or you think that we might
oh,
see an
it's
early one?
going. It's going to distance.
Yeah, I
You
think
got
so
to
too.
you got to bro. You got to kill Bud Crawford, bro. Like, and
Yeah,
I'm saying that, and I'm in the boxing terms. I'm not trying to take it nowhere other than what it needs to
yes.
be.
We do not want to see that at all.
Yeah, and then on top of that, like I say, and if he getting worked, like if he was hypothetically getting worked, B-Mac know not to throw in that towel. Like,
Yeah.
ain't nobody on the sideline saving Bud from himself. Ain't none of that. They know that.
The only way it'll be is a TKO if the ref step in and it's just like, all right, your
Yeah.
corner not doing nothing. I'm going to save you.
Okay,
I'm going to save you.
that's the refs. I ain't what I'm saying, I ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like I
We
said,
know B-Mac ain't gonna do that.
I think that's why it's gonna go to distance if Canelo gets knocked down. I kind of had this scenario in my head. I'm glad you asked the question. Like, I think he may get knocked down early, maybe like the third or fourth round.
Like like one of them flash knockdowns, kind of like how
Yeah,
Ryan got knocked down when he fought Tank. Just that flash, boom, that counter, and
I
yeah,
think he's gonna get caught. He's like, oh, okay, boom, and Jenny gonna turn up. Like
because
that's
that's
going,
when he gonna understand like, oh, it's now
yeah.
or never.
So and then when him turning up, I think that's gonna once again that's gonna make Canelo type of have to turn up, but he may lose a few rounds after that turn
I
up. You know
think
what I'm saying?
I done just got mad.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's how we're gonna. I think that's how if what I envision in my mind for us to get a great fight, I think that's the scenario. That's how we're gonna get it.
For sure.
Because if not, we'll get a whole bunch of tat 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 tat
Nah,
tat 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 tat.
nah. I actually don't think that this is gonna be one of those boring strategic fights. This is
All
like
right.
these two fighters are like you gonna get those we'll get those fill out rounds from like
Mhm.
round 1 to 3. But I also believe that these two fighters, because Canelo's been pushing forward. So I think Canelo will push forward. We know Bud like to push forward. So I think we're gonna get some action in the pocket too. So especially in those middle rounds, like 5, 6, 7, 8, I think those are gonna be some exciting rounds. I think that we're gonna see a lot of punches thrown, and I think we're gonna see um, a really good fight. I think this is gonna be one of those ones where he's like, damn, this was good. We needed this one.
All right, man. So you do got Canelo winning? You got
Yes,
it?
I do. I have Canelo on points.
Yeah, I think I got it. I got the same. Going the distance. Canelo 2-1. Judges decision.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. Max DeLuca gonna give us a draw. I was so mad when I seen that. I was like,
I know
man,
when you sit there, I
I
was
hate
like, man,
Max
I was like,
DeLuca, dog.
who is this
Because
bad for?
because
Everybody.
everybody I've seen, because not like he like the dude said some names, but bro, I can go back to some Showbox days when Max DeLuca gave it like in some HBO After Dark. Max DeLuca used to give us some. Ooh, don't even get me started. Matter of fact, go ahead.
don't,
Transition us real quick.
don't get started, bro. Oh man. You did you have a nasty week when it came to picks last week?
I didn't have a nasty week. I didn't have a I didn't have a nasty week. I think I went like I think it was
Nah,
what
it wasn't you that had the nasty week.
I think it might have been Jalen.
Oh my god. When I looked at it one time, I'm like, boy, who did boy?
Yeah, I went like 11-5.
What did I go? I'm 13-4. Uh yeah, I had one game that threw me out. That boy 9-8 out the gate. Ugh.
It's gonna be a long road ahead for that boy.
Yeah, man. Shouts out to him though.
Yeah.
But I
All
had my
right.
journey. Man. Let's get to the picks, man.
For sure.
I had I'm gonna tell you the segment later on because it's gonna hit harder when
All
when
right.
I
Bet.
make my return. Um, last night we had a Thursday night game. Packers looking like contenders.
Pack 'em
Shouts out.
up.
Hey, somebody had a tweet that if they win the Super Bowl, they should put a statue of Jerry outside.
Right next to Lombardi, dog.
Hey, bruh. Oh my god. Oh man, y'all, the first game up.
Yeah.
We got the Jags versus the Bengals. Okay.
Yep. Also, hey, the way
Hmm?
Jaden played, why ain't nobody killing him like they was killing Joe Burrow for only having a couple yards? Jaden didn't look good either. They had that man flustered, but nah, I'm just messing with you. But nah, I think that this game, I'm going with the Bengals. To say that, but I think that this will be one of those games where we'll actually start seeing what the Bengals offense started to look like last year. Not started, but like kind of like towards the end of the year. I think Jim Schwartz is a division game. He knows what to do, and those corners they know how to play as well. And then they also got Miles Garrett,
Mm.
so that's a big difference. Josh Hines, Allen, and Trayvon Walker are they some solid up and coming young dudes. They are not Miles Garrett. So it is a little bit different. And I also think that hopefully in the second half, Zach Taylor does not abandon the run game and forget how to run the ball. And I think that our offense will show up. And so I think that we'll pull this one out. I don't think that it'll be terrible. And I think that defense is still going to hold it down a little bit.
That's the part I disagree with. Um, I got the Jags, and my tiebreaker was who looked better week one and was it sustainable? So when I looked at the Jags, okay, you played the Panthers, and we were kind of higher on the Panthers, but
Mhm.
they went out there and looked like the Panthers. It was bad. But the spurts that they had, like Travis Etienne looked like he heard every rumor and took it personal. He
I
was the
get
best.
that.
Like he ran hard. The receiving game and Trevor Lawrence really wasn't exciting, but I looked at versus when I looked at the game versus the Bengals when they played the Browns. Like, did Al Golden? I'm sure he didn't game plan for Harold Fanning Jr.
Right.
I gave him a pass for that. I'm like, you didn't really think that they was gonna use him like this game one. Okay,
Right.
I give you a pass for that. But if Jerry Judy wasn't Jerry Judy, some of those passes, get caught. And you know, I mean, Cedric Tillman was having a game before he had a key drop that turned into a turnover. I'm looking at that, and I'm looking at you told me about Cam Taylor Britt, how he looked,
Right. For
and
sure.
this Brian Thomas Jr. coming in the building. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
100%.
this is and I gave their defense more credit than I gave y'all defense. I just gave it the tiebreaker just went to how teams look, and they look better than y'all week one, and that's what I went with.
And the reason why I'm going with the Bengals, and I know it sounds like a homer pick, but
Whatever.
I also believe, yes, Travis Etienne went off, but I can't I couldn't ignore the fact that we were able to kind of slow down the Stefanski running attack. Yes, the Stefanski running attack.
That's a good point.
And so what we did, that our defensive line, the way that they played, it is possible that our defensive line is the second best unit on this football team after what it was last year. And let's not forget, we added Mike Pennell, we added TJ Slaton, and they both played really well and were a factor in stopping the run.
Yeah.
And so I think that if they're not able to stop the run, if they're not able to get their run game off, yes, there's Brian Thomas Jr. out there, but also Bryce
That's
Young
it.
didn't look good,
Mhm.
and Tet still went 5 for 68.
That's what. All right.
And so I think that if Joe Burrow, because they don't have a Denzel Ward, they don't have what?
They do,
Go ahead.
they no, they don't. But man, I was looking at them for personal reason. Jordan Lewis looked good. Yes, for them last week, man.
Yes.
I
I
miss him.
for sure. And again, we talked about why we thought Travis Hunter should play corner because that would actually give them a really solid cornerback room with Jordan Lewis, Travis Hunter, and Jerry and Jones, who could go to the slot. Who could kind of alternate and do stuff like that, and you would have pieces that could move around. But they said that Travis is going to get more. But I don't think that Josh Hines Allen and Trayvon may cause the havoc that the Browns front caused. I don't think, because I also don't think that they have a Jim Schwartz. You know what I mean?
I get it. I disagree.
For sure. We don't have to agree.
No, because I get your point. Because like I said, Jim Schwartz is a divisional opponent. He understands how to attack y'all. And like I said, they ain't Myles Garrett. That is true. But who on the other side of Myles Garrett?
Mason Graham.
Yeah.
Hines or whatever his name is.
Like,
But the reason why I say that also is it ain't just Myles Garrett, because you got Myles Garrett and then you got corners that are sticky. That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
But we spent too much time on the Bengals.
We make compelling cases. I mean, that's your team, so we definitely had to give them some time. We got the Rams and the Titans, and man, one of those, the Titans last week, it was one of those jumps that you had to watch the game.
Yeah,
because the stats didn't tell it, the box score didn't tell it. Boy, they gave the Broncos everything they asked for.
Yeah,
and they almost had an opportunity. to win that game.
It was a couple. It was a couple plays that they left out there that
Like,
really
come
could have changed
yeah.
the way that this game ended.
And then you on the flip side, I'm looking at the Rams and the Texans. Now I went for the Texans, but that game went kind of like you expected. It was nasty.
Yeah, because
Like
we talked about how both those defensive fronts can cause hell. It's just whose defensive front is going to cause hell.
boy, we got some answers, and we'll talk about that when we get there.
Oh,
I think the I ain't gonna say championship pedigree because that team is long gone, but
right.
I'm gonna give better than you pedigree, and I'm gonna just go with the Rams. Like that know how to get it done factor.
McVay.
Yeah,
That's the pedigree. The McVay kind of,
because your man, he got a pass for being trash last year, but then you come out there and the explanation that you give when you didn't challenge the play, and that's the explanation that you give. And like I said,
that was like that Donovan McNabb not knowing the overtime rules thing. Like what? Like, bro, sometimes as a coach, you need to know when to shut the hell up or just be like, I messed up. I thought,
just say you
something
messed
done.
up. Just say you messed up, bro. And then because I think that would have been better because, like I said, we listen to Nate Tyson give him no grace.
None.
He be like, hey, look, hold on, we Nepo babies. Like, hold on.
Yeah.
We grew up in this. We know the rules.
You've been here for how long?
And on top of that, we know you got somebody in your ear, bro. Like,
multiple people.
You got to give me a better answer than that. That answer was unacceptable.
That put him firmly on the hot seat. Shit like that is a fireable offense.
I thought so too. I like him, but like I said, you got some grace last year. Like you said, you don't get that same grace this year. That was unacceptable.
Because what they're not about to do is put Cam Ward in the hands of somebody who they deem is incompetent. And that makes you look real incompetent.
Boy, let Gerard Mayo say that last year. Let Antonio Pierce say that last year. Come on, bro. I know that's not a race thing. That was just two people that got fired last year. Is what
and they deemed incompetent.
Yeah, that's the only reason I did. Like I said, I got the Rams, man. What you got?
Yeah, I got the Rams. I think that Cam might have some success if that offensive line can hold up because that secondary it can be picked on, but I think the Rams just going to be too much. They still got some work to do over there in Tennessee.
Team that I was just next year. A team that I was disappointed in was Patriots last week. It's not the fact that I picked them. It was just the fact that how they look. They just look like they didn't look like a verbal team. They look like last year.
The Gerard Mayo Patriots.
They look like last year. I'm like, what is this? Like, I mean, they had some moment. They got an interception. You did.
I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. If the Patriots was going up against anybody else in the NFL, I'd probably pick that team. It's just that they going up against the Dolphins. So I'm like,
oh yeah.
I'm not touching the Dolphins with a 10-foot pole, dog. Like, yeah,
bro, they had a players only meeting, bro, in week one.
Week one. Yeah, it's curtains. This one that's the Chicago Hail Mary right there.
Yeah,
it's over. The season is cooked. The cake has been baked.
Last week, this team surprised me. Basically, they surprised me on both sides. I'm talking about the Jets. Offensively, they look like something on offense. Like they was running the ball effectively. Justin Fields was throwing the ball. He was making the throws that they put him in position to succeed. He was running the ball. He was doing some things. Now their defense was, which I thought would have been the strength.
Exactly.
Was a little shaky at the wrong times.
Right.
Like
at things you thought would be their strength.
Yeah. Like I'm like the zone. They kept getting hit by in the same spot with the same zone for like multiple big plays. I'm like, come on, bro. Like I get it, new scheme. Okay, but it was weird.
Right.
It was weird to see their offense was the one that was the key, component of the game. And their defense was the one that kind of let them down. I know that turnover in the kickoff was really flipped the whole momentum of the game. But I say that to say this, I get it. The Bills came back miraculously and beat the Ravens.
But boy,
But boy, they was getting ran on.
in early in the season, this is what we talked about. This defense, boy.
Yeah, so it's like I ain't just ready. I'm picking the Bills, but I ain't really definitive. Like, yeah, the Bills about to just win. It's a division game too at that. But I seen y'all couldn't stop this run. Like,
and you couldn't stop the run with Lamar and Derek. There's no Lamar and Derek in New York, but they got some athletes that can make it just as hard. And then they still gonna throw Garrett Wilson out there at you too. And you got some shaky secondary pieces. So I just think that this is one of those games. I know you always tell me to stay away from it, but this is one of those games I might pick the Jets to cover.
Oh, if that's the case, yeah.
This is one of them games. I definitely would be like, shoot, Jets might, because I think that this could, if the Jets can play clean and they can keep and the way they run the ball, they can keep this one close. And because again, the Bills was down 41-20, like it was down like 41-25 when Derrick Henry fumbled or something. I mean 40-25, something like that when he fumbled.
Yeah, I think it was like 4 minutes left. Like it was.
Yeah, like so.
That game
had Derrick Henry not fumbled, y'all was about to get blowed out. And so it was a whole bunch of makeup on how people talked about you because great comeback. Great teams just find a way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, y'all put yourself in a real ugly position. So the real you could be getting exposed pretty soon.
Yeah. And Ed Oliver not playing.
Oh yeah. Oof.
So
I might fuck around and pick the Jets, dog.
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna go to the Bills, but I might have to put in the chat, hey dog, I had to switch it. I had to switch it because you ain't got Ed Oliver, boy. That run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Bills, but I reserve the right to change that one.
All right, man. We got the Giants and the Cowboys, and in Cowboy land is nasty over here, bro. So
yeah, I understand.
It's some people calling this a trap game. You don't want to fall 0-2. I get it. Neither one of these teams want to fall 0-2. Both teams look completely different. Both in their losses.
Right.
Week one. Like I'm picking the Cowboys, and they definitely should win. I don't know when the last time Dak has lost. Dak last loss was his rookie year in 2016 to the Giants. So that's a long time ago. So they should win. It's just I'm only nervous because I'm a Cowboys fan. So
for sure. The way that they looked, I know Russell is a veteran. A lot of that loss, y'all got more problems than just Russell Wilson. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's easy to blame him because he's always kind of been just that easy mark to pick on.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that the Giants they have some issues that they need to work on, and so that's why I'm picking the Cowboys as well. Cause I just think that the way that the Cowboys looked week one, they could easily be a 1-0 team right now against the competition that they played, and so it's just like, yeah, I'm going with them. And I think the Giants still got some kinks that they need to work on. So I think that just team for team, I'm going with the Cowboys. And
if I use the
not being a fan, I'm not too worried about it.
If I use the logic like I use with the Jags and the Bengals, it should easily be the Cowboys based off how they look in week one. And basically the thing that you couldn't do in week one, as far as both sides, like you said, if they even came out there with that same exact game plan that they tried to implement in the first half on defense with against the Giants, it should still work.
I think so.
But I mean, it is what it is. But this is, before we move on, this is the exact reason why I thought that Russell Wilson should have just retired, bro. Like, I'm not saying this to be disrespectful and pile on like everybody else always do when it comes to Russell Wilson. All I'm saying is you was going to leave pretty much on a high note. Yes, I get it. You went to the playoff, y'all stunk it up, y'all lost in the playoff. I get it, but you got smut off your rep.
Yeah,
Like playing it like the Broncos. Your first year in the Broncos was nasty. Then you get Sean Payton, and then he do you dirty. You know, you was a sympathetic figure. You go to the Steelers, and then next thing you know, you spark the Steelers offense, and then you get them to the playoff, and then whatever happens, happen. Bro, just go off in the sunset, dog. Like,
right. The only reason why I don't necessarily think that it's gonna put smut on his rep is
why is that?
because this is kind of already a a dumpster fire. Because even if, because again, like I said, in that loss, they had way more issues than just Russell Wilson. So okay, you're gonna bench me and you're gonna throw in Jackson Dart.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to look, if like just as bad or if not worse, because of those issues that you like that we still haven't addressed and that we still have on this team. So I think that that's going to save him a little bit. And then that if once that happens, that coaching staff might be up out of there too.
See, but you having sensible thoughts.
You're right.
And when we talk about certain people in certain situations and certain things, they don't get the benefit of the doubt of having a sensible conversation. You know what I'm saying?
And that is very true.
You know, it just comes with the territory, unfortunately. Who get fired first? Brian Dayball or Mike McDonald? Mike
Mike,
McDay.
Mike, Mike,
Uh,
easy. Mike, this is
easy. Is
easy. I'm going Mike easy, strictly off of what's been happening in the off season and how they looked game one and the conversations that they had and that he has had over the on the podium. And I'm sorry, dog, your team had a players only meeting already. They ain't had no players only meeting in New York yet.
They had Malik Neighbors ready. He ready to meet with somebody.
Bro, Tyreek Hill. That's all you got to say.
You're right.
All right,
We
who we
got
got next?
the four. We
No,
got
we
the
got the
nasty game of the week.
no. We missed. You missed one.
Oh, the Bears. I'm sorry.
Bears Lions. Okay, this one was actually kind of tough for me. I had to think on this one. Just I understand the Packers looked really, really good, and so I think the Packers. Well, we know that the Packers might end up being a really, really good team.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, like we thought like as the Lions, like we thought y'all at least had some like talent, could like mask some things, even though like as you work out the kinks of not having your coordinators. Now it could be, as we say, week one weirdness, but man, it didn't look pretty at all, like at all. And I'm still going the Lions because I'm like if I picked the Packers last week because I think you have a little bit more continuity, I still got to pick the Lions this week because I think you got more talent. You know what I mean?
I agree with everything because this is tough. And what we seen from the Lions was just so nasty against the Packers was just unimaginable.
Yeah, it looked
Like
like
it
it.
looked like my prediction came true when I said I ain't picking it off of merit. Like
Yeah,
I'm just saying off of vibe and all that. And I look like a prophet coming off that. Even I didn't imagine that.
right.
Like you look like nothing. And then when you said week one witness, I'm like, hold on, bro. Like this Dan Campbell, like you biting kneecaps, like you ain't got your team prepared, like at all to fight. Like you once again, I always you can lose, but like that.
Like that.
But then on the flip side, like but I was confused on the rhetoric that came after the Bears game when it come to Caleb Williams. And like I'm like, we watched this game, bro. Like we watched this game. We texted in the group chat all game. And I'm like, it wasn't as bad as people was trying to make it out to be.
And the reason why I know that like people are just taking certain clips and being like, "Oh, Caleb is terrible." Like, dog, I've seen some quarterbacks that y'all love miss these throws too. It's not terrible. Caleb has made some great throws. Like that one where he was rolling out and threw it on the sideline to Roman. Like, bro, that's an elite level throw. And the throw that could have been that looked like it should have been a walk-in touchdown to DJ Moore on the sideline, and it looked like it was just like just terrible throw. It's like, okay, the OC came out and said, "Hey, DJ ran the wrong route." We heard Nate Tice say, "I think DJ Moore ran the wrong route," and Caleb is trying to like adjust mid throw, and so it's just like,
and during the game, DJ wasn't his first read. So
yeah,
so now you add that to that he wasn't the first read, and now I'm expecting you to be running this route, and you're not running that route, and then I'm making the throw, and it's like I don't want to sound like an apologist because at the same time he missed some throws
for sure,
and on top of that he was actually the perfect what is the word I'm trying to do benchmark for is it the player or is it the play call?
right?
Like early in that game when they dialed up the deep pass to Roma Duze and it was a deep post and the safety was just murdered and Caleb didn't make the throw. He did the check down. It's like, hold on, he dialed up a bomb. You didn't take it. Who are we blaming here? You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, that's the play call. The player was the problem right there. So it was a clear indication. But a lot of these plays that he was making scrambles and all that, I'm like, listen, bro, like this is a process, bro. He started from ground zero.
Ground zero, yeah. And my thing too, like a lot with like people kind of trying to kill Caleb is like DJ, like you mentioned, DJ wasn't his first read. So everybody's using that play where, oh, it looks like Caleb just completely missed. The reason why people said Jared Goff was such a perfect fit for Ben Johnson's offense was he's going to drop back and he's just going to throw it where it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
If my receiver is not where I think he is, and you're not my first read, so I'm not coming out just looking at you. As soon as I'm reading, I'm already on my next progression. So if I have that internal clock, I have to trust you're there and throw it. And then I see you're not. It's like I gotta try and adjust on the fly because we know all these routes have landmarks.
Yep.
Like so at this time, you supposed to be here on a 9 route, 40 and 4. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like we have our landmarks. So I'm trying to throw it in the landmark, and I'm like, wait a minute, that don't feel right. And I'm trying to adjust. And so it'll throw your mechanics off. So
that example that you just gave is the reason that Jared Goff threw an interception to get the Green Bay. Like they changed the coverage mid play or after or post snap.
Like post snap, yeah.
And he's throwing it to the spot that he thought that we were supposed to be there. And he was like, oh, thank you. And on top of that, he was getting pressured at the same time. So
and it's the same. It's the same shit that they be talking about with Tua too. Like, bro, if you just change shit post snap and like not make it easy for him and like take out, like cut his quick throws and make him have to actually go to a second progression, oh, he cooked.
Yeah.
And so yeah, like I'm not counting Caleb out just yet.
It's a process, and I understand it's going to take a process. Like I said, this ain't one of them basic offenses that you just coming in and just implement. Like this is
gonna take some time.
A sophisticated offense. The reason why they had pre-snap penalties because it's a lot of things that is involved before the play. So, I get it. Everybody, the confirmation bias is a real thing. Like I said, people wasn't too fond of Caleb when he came out, and they just ready for their confirm that. I told you he wasn't good, and told you wasn't all that,
And my last point that I'll make before we go to the next game, he was going against Brian Flores, dog.
And like at some point, we got to use some of these as like we gotta address the opponent, like you said,
Brian Flores. He coordinated a defense that went 14-2. Like I'm not like Bro, it was one where he was showing the all-out blitz and they rotated back. I'm like, yeah, of course you would fuck up. Of course you would not know where to throw the ball. Like
And it's
if you're supposed to like, okay, we called this play for this, and okay, these where I might be hot. This is where the route concepts are gonna be. And as soon as you snap the ball, everybody's bailing. Wait a minute. Mama, mama, we ain't discussed this.
And then sometimes, like I say, it's easy to play Monday morning quarterback when you see some of the replays and some of the replay, like, oh, why he throw it there? Like, bro, that wasn't the coverage that he saw pre-snap. Like, it's
And a
certain
lot of
things. Like,
complaining about it. Like, I'm about to go Ryan Clark. You not sitting in that pocket. Like you ain't sitting in that pocket having to think like, oh, wait,
just throw
because
it
bro,
there.
you only got most players' time to throw will be 2 point something seconds. You got to diagnose all that and find the receiver and throw it
Accurately.
on time.
Yeah, I see. Oh, what did I do? I hit the button.
Oh,
There we go. The Seahawks and the Steelers.
bro, you keep skipping the nasty game. You keep you
because I yeah. You see why I'm trying to skip the nasty game. The nasty. We gotta find a graphic or something or
yeah.
soundbite.
This the nasty game of the week, dog.
You gonna do it?
I remember when I was conflicted in my Kendrick Lamar voice. Because guess what? You throwing out Mac Jones.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's Mac Jones. We thought the Saints was going to be ass cheap. They actually, like, they was ass. But they wasn't as ass as the Dolphins. They was a lot better. Like, Spencer Rattler looked like, bro, you could be an NFL quarterback.
If Jawan Johnson catches the pass which was a dart, if he catches that, like they take the lead.
Yeah.
Like the funny thing about the Saints are going to be bad, but they're going to be bad like later on in the season. Like they have a roster good enough to compete right now or to make things competitively trash at this point, and muck a lot of this stuff up early on. And then when they realize, hey, like, all right, bro, we ain't really that good. That's when they gonna start getting nasty. But like I say, they want the Dolphins.
Right.
All right, man. But I'm gonna do it. I just changed it right here while we pulled it up. I'm going with the Saints. Saints at home. Like you said, 1:00. They got to come all the way, East Coast. Well, it's still a Midwest, but
it's Central. It's the South.
But like you say, Mac Jones, Jawan Jennings hurt. I mean, he gonna play, but I mean,
it's only
Ricky and Trent Williams.
I know. This is why I'm so conflicted, dog. Like, bro, it's week 2, and y'all got a laundry list of players out already.
But when you hear a stat, and I don't know about you, sometimes when I hear a stat and that stat sound crazy, I just don't go. But I go check it. Yeah. Bro, they said Trent Williams gave up 10 pressures.
That cliff come quick, dog. If that's true.
10 pressures.
If that's true.
You know how bro, you've seen some offensive line.
I'm trying to think if Bobby Hart gave up 10 pressures.
And that's my point. I'm like, hold on, bro. Like, you've had some bad offensive lines, bro. And 10 pressures? All right, bro. I'm going with the Saints, bro. Nasty game of the week.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm conflicted. I'm gonna go with the 49ers still, but boy, that's nasty. All right. Next up, we got the Seahawks versus Steelers. Who you got?
Another one. If I'm going with my logic, I should be going with the Steelers based off how they look week 1. And, based off how the Seahawks look week 1. Seahawks had how many opportunities they had to win that game?
Like, I want to say like 3 at minimum.
I mean, like
probably even more than that.
Purdy was throwing picks, people was getting hurt, and then they just won't score. They won't doing nothing. Like, I was like, what are y'all doing? The offense was just nasty, but
Yeah.
their defense was like that.
And that's where
That's where I'm going with. That's why I
that's
went with the
where
Seahawks as well.
yep.
It's like that defense was legit. Now I wouldn't be. It's one of those I wouldn't be surprised, and I'm pretty sure we got our Steelers fan when they listen. We know we hating. I get it.
So this is why it's very similar to what we said about the Bills. Don't come up here saying we hating when y'all gave up 32 points to the Jets, and the defense is supposed to be y'all calling card. That gives me cause to pause and say, if you giving up 30 to the Jets, and we didn't really have expectations for their offense because we didn't really know how Justin Fields was looking like, yeah, that's why you was a top pick. And so, yes, the Seahawks have Sam Darnold, but the Steelers was getting cooked in the run game. Seahawks can run the ball still.
Can they?
I believe that they can, because I think they're gonna start going with Zach Charbonnet. When Zach Charbonnet was in that game,
12 for 42.
That's almost it ain't 4 yards to carry. Okay, you're right. All right.
No, I get it. The infrastructure is there. They're supposed to be able to run. They have two capable running backs, and they should be able to duplicate what the Jets did, right? But can they? Based off you went against the 49ers, and the 49ers are a good defense. They held that. They are a good defense because that's the reason why they won that game as well. So
right.
So I can't use that opponent is the logic can't translate there. But like you said, the Steelers they couldn't stop the run at all.
Right. And so that's so my thing is, I don't think Aaron Glenn is the first. He's just now implementing this defense with the Jets. So there's some changes there and stuff like that. So week 1, okay. Mike McDonald, he got his guys, and he was doing what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
I believe Julian Love is banged up, so I'm not sure if he's going to play or not.
I think Witherspoon banged up too.
Yeah, so it's a couple guys banged up, but just as a man who's gone up against this Mike McDonald defense,
yeah,
Aaron Rodgers,
we'll see.
Aaron Rodgers is one of those players who likes to see. He likes to kind of have the static. I want what I'm seeing pre-snap be what I see post-snap. You are not going to get that with a Mike McDonald defense either. So that's why I think that this is going to kind of give them some issues. And I don't foresee, that Seahawks defense that has been in this system, for a second year, letting a Ben Skoranek run wide open, letting a Calvin Austin run wide open. So I think that we are going to actually see kind of like it be a little bit tougher on Aaron Rodgers this week. And I think that they're gonna get some pressure on them too with that front.
Pressure Jets got to him too. I think Quentin Williams had
yeah.
I know
sure.
Will McDonald had 2 sacks for sure, but I know Quentin Williams had a sack. That's 3 that I'm naming off rip.
Boy, you giving up sacks to Will McDonald, boy, you in trouble.
2.
Yeah, you in trouble.
But at the same time, I think if the Steelers win, and how the Steelers win is going to tell us a lot about the Steelers.
Yeah.
If they go, if let's say if they come out there and it's ugly, it's muck it up, it's Steelers football, and the defense wins this game, then I think that'll be more. I think the Steelers should be more confident if that's the outcome, other than unless they're
giving up another 30 ball.
And the offense is the one that's scoring 34, because I truly don't believe that the offense it's sustainable.
Yeah, for sure. Another one.
Nasty game of the week. This ain't nasty.
This ain't nasty, but this one was tough.
It only was nasty because Bo was nasty.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, yo, dog, what happened? So And if Bo Nix is nasty, hey, y'all could be in trouble. And of course, the Miami Dolphins is 3 downs of ass. So
Yes.
it's only so much. But Lou got pieces, man. Lou got some pieces, and that's one thing we talked about. If those pieces can fit,
Yeah, that's cool.
I think that he got, but Daniel Jones against that defense, I am just not confident at
I'm not
all.
confident at all. It's like I don't want to take nothing. It was hard to like give the coach credit week one. It's like
It's
they
the
went out there and looked
Dolphins.
great. It's like the Dolphins just look so bad. It's like, I don't want to do
And
nothing.
we talked before the season that this might be the worst secondary we've ever seen, and it damn
Man,
sure
it
looked like
was.
it.
And we've seen Bo. How many? Like Bo had so many turnovers last week. It was so nasty, and that defense didn't give up nothing. Like
Yeah.
so I got the Broncos, but
Mhm.
they got a little better. That
Yeah,
specifically the
they need to
offense.
show me something, but that's one of
Yeah,
the reasons why that was kind of my take. Like, we might see something different with this Broncos team because y'all like
I
it
know.
might be one of those times where we crowning them a little bit too early because they were still moving by the skin of their teeth last year. So,
Yeah,
all right, next up, damn, another one,
yeah. There's definitely a nasty candidate.
another one, damn.
It's on once again. It's only a nasty candidate. All right, boom. Group chat chronicles is what I want to label this. Remember how we was in the group chat and he was like, "Yeah, man, Vikings championship team," and and my response was, "We can look at any of these teams how we want to look at it."
Right.
Once again, you were very high on the Cardinals.
Yep.
You was kind you we was kind of high on not high, but we
We
were
thought the
very
Panthers would be
Panthers were gonna be
competitively
better. Yeah,
trash
yeah, and we didn't get neither one of those
from
performances
either team.
from either
Yeah.
team. So it's like, are they who we thought it was, or is it weird week one? You know what I'm saying? We don't know. But what I do know is the Panthers didn't do it for me. At this point, the Panthers
Yeah,
got to show me
for
before,
sure.
you
I
know,
picked them for anything.
yeah. So I'm going with the Cardinals.
Same here.
All right.
Eagles versus the Chiefs. I'm going to Chiefs, and here's why.
Please.
I just don't see them starting 0-2.
Oh, I do.
And I get that. I don't see them starting 0-2. I think that the Chiefs will win this one.
How?
Um, to be quite honest, I didn't put no logic on this. It's just I don't know that the Chiefs. I just don't see the Chiefs starting 0-2 because that's some Bengal shit. That's all I can say. I like Andy. Like I just don't see Andy Reid right now starting 0-2, and how I thought the Eagles would look versus y'all after losing Micah Parsons as like close to the season as y'all did. I was kind of shocked. And yes, it was a tale of two halves, but I just feel like they might be able to be had if they could if they can keep Jalen Hurts in the pocket and kind of minimize some of that, just the scrambling and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think that changes this whole offense because if you force him to throw to the outside, yes, he can do it, but does he want to? You know what I mean?
I agree with you saying, but the theme of this of my picks this week, how did you look week one versus how did the other team look in week one? Bro, Quentin Johnson,
He was catching. Yeah.
he had 2 touchdowns, didn't he?
Yeah.
All right. That told me all the thing I need to know.
But
Okay, even if Hurts to have deficiency throwing and all that. Okay, cool. What else did you stop? What else did you do on offense that? Okay, Hollywood Brown. You got Hollywood Brown and Tyrell Thornton, Juju Smith.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Old Kelsey, like we seen Jihad Campbell out there running around playing coverage and out there. So and Zach Bond out here running dudes down. Am I about to be excited about Travis Kelsey this game? Absolutely not. Like I said, Xavier Worthy not playing. So the
Yeah,
receiving core is in shambles,
for
bro.
sure.
You if they win, it's just because they the Chiefs. That ain't no logic that I'm using, but
That's all.
all I'm saying that ain't tangible is what I'm saying, and I
I
get it.
get you.
If they
I get
win,
you.
it's the Chiefs. Cool, but I'm going by with tangible, and I'm going
100%.
with the Eagles. I'm not saying they about to be a blowout. I'm just saying we just picking winners and losers.
All right. Minnesota and the Falcons. Sunday night game. I know who I picked, so I can go ahead.
I know I will. I'm confident, but I picked it.
I went with the Vikings, and it's very similar why I picked the Vikings last week. Brian Flores versus a young quarterback, dog. Shit is tough. And them young hoes cool, but they don't come up in the clutch. And I just think that it's gonna be tough, bro. You got Drake London banged up, Darnell Mooney banged up, and then you're going up against this Vikings defense. JJ got a week up under his belt, and he kind of started to turn it on late in that game. I just think it's gonna be tough. So I'm going with the Vikings on this one.
I went with the Vikings too, just because of the injuries that they have on the the Falcons. Like you said, Drake London, he's going to play, but Darnell Moon, I think he's going to play as well. But they injured, and on top of that, bro, they couldn't run.
Yeah.
Now historically, it's hard to run on the Bucks teams with Todd Bowles. So cool, maybe that's week one, but your right tackle out for the season. It's like I don't know about this. And then Penix was running so much, I didn't know he was athletic. Like
Yeah.
athletic to a sense of I'm like, oh, he's really running. He can run. Like
he don't run as much as he used to because of some injuries that he had during college. So he
but,
be so he it's like the Jameis. Like you can move, but that ain't your game.
It was a surprise how much he was moving.
Yeah.
And doing the thing. So I'm like, okay, yeah, you're doing that against the Bucks. Okay, cool. We'll get it. Todd Bowles bringing the blitz and all that. Cool. Like you said, what Flores gonna do?
Same thing.
So it's like, yeah. But it might be a good game though, because at times they can be had. Flores gives you opportunity. You can't be had. This is they got to stop these double headers, bro.
Bro, you took I was about to bring it up when we moved on, bro. I hate Monday night double headers, dog.
Right. They got to
and I'm sorry. Like we talked before, season. I think the Raiders are gonna be exciting offense. I might not make it out the first quarter of this game, dog.
Well, for me, I'm be at work, so I'll be up.
So I'll catch the recap on the wake up, but dog, I'm sorry. 10 o'clock. Come on, man. See, look at you yawning already. How we gonna make it to 10 o'clock on a Monday night?
I had a day today, man. I have absolutely no confidence in this pick, and I shouldn't be picking them. I'm picking the Texans, and I'm going with my ulterior motive.
How'd you look last week?
No, not that. I definitely couldn't use that logic when I picked the Texans. Because if that's the case, this offensive line about to get worked, bro. That is that's fireable.
Who's the worst unit? the Dolphins secondary or the Texans offensive line?
Bro, that's a pick your poison right there. That's a real one. I'm gonna still go with the Dolphins secondary because who on there? Yeah, exactly.
Did they cut Mike Hilton?
Yeah.
Shame.
But the way the Texans offensive line looked against the Rams and what they was doing it was just nasty work, man. I don't know why I'm picking them. They home. I really wasn't that impressed with the Bucks, but I should have viewed that differently as another division game.
Exactly.
and Baker, they pulled it out. Booker, showed up in the clutch, and shouts out to them. I should be giving them way more credit than what I. And
For
matter of fact,
sure.
I am. I'm about to pick the Bucks.
No, no, I'm about to switch mine too.
Yeah,
No.
yep, picking mine. I'll be wrong.
Damn.
Right with it. If I want to be wrong, where everybody wrong.
Right. Yeah. Like and that was and as you were talking, that's what was making me be like, I'm about to switch this pick because
The offensive
they
line.
they found a way in like when I posed the question, whose unit is worse, pause, the Dolphins secondary or the Texans offensive line, that's when I was like, why am I picking the Texans? Because it's not like the Bucks are a bad team.
Yeah.
You can't have this offensive line going up against a good team, and then that offensive line, like with the weapons that the Bucks have, you can't waste no possessions because they can score the ball. And I understand that the Texans got a really good defense, but the defense in Tampa Bay ain't chump either.
Yeah.
So it's like when it come down to it, it's a game of scoring points. And when your offensive line is bad, it's really hard to score points against a good defense. So
I do know why I picked the Texans though, because their defense did show up.
yes, it did 100%.
Yeah, their defense did show up, and like I said, the Rams was going through it. And like I said, it was a nasty game on the field, but it's just I get it. Like I said, the Falcons. I mean, the Bucks struggled last week with the Falcons defense, so
But the Falcons is pretty their
what?
offense, the Falcons offense ain't like the Falcons have good weapons on offense.
Yeah.
So like, and again, it's a divisional game, so struggling with the defense, okay, but I just the Rams, man, 9 points, that just concerns me, dog.
Yeah, Bucks.
That concerns me so much. And then, even with the defense that you had, bro, Matt Stafford went 21 of 29 with a bad back.
And they only scored how many points?
9.
Yeah, so that's kind of skewed. That's probably okay. All right. Yeah, definitely going with still going.
Yeah.
We got the last game. We got the Chargers and the Raiders.
The game that I'll probably be catching on the rewatch. The condensed version, I'm gonna go with the Chargers just because I just think that the Raiders don't have enough defense to slow down what the Chargers are going to be able to do. And if Justin Herbert's using his legs again, like he said he would, using his legs more this season, like he said he would, it's just going to be tough because that protects the offensive line a little bit with the Rashawn Slater injury.
Yeah.
And it ain't the playoffs, so he's gonna be slinging that pill, in the regular season. So I'm gonna go with the Chargers on this one.
I like the way they look. The whole operation.
Well, I hope Quentin Johnson brought his hands back to America. That's all I'm saying.
And I just want to see another game because I definitely not about to buy into this. But apparently, Greg Roman was, calling this offense differently because of who he has, and instead of what he's been historically doing. And I'm like, okay, all right, I hear y'all.
You got, I need to see more.
I need to see more. I need to see more before that's the case, bro. Like you're not about to sell me on that.
For sure.
But I get it. It sounds good. They won. I'm not just taking nothing away from that, discrediting that at all. So I have them winning. And it is what it is. We'll start off 2-0 in division. Whoa.
That's tough because boy, them Chiefs fall to 0-2.
And then all right, what I said. They've been dying to give him MVP.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey.
All right, man.
We ain't got to worry about Michelle being mad at us on this one.
Yeah, we good. We gonna chop this up though, so everybody, ain't nobody gonna be mad on this one. So.
Yeah, everybody gonna get what they want from this one. And, it's another episode of the 3-Man Weave podcast. We got football tomorrow night, Sunday, and Monday, and then Thursday.
Y'all play Thursday? No, y'all don't.
Nah,
Bills.
we don't put. Our Thursdays later in the season.
Okay.
But until next time, I'm AJ.
I'm Hill.
Hill, and we out.
We out.